Hi everyone, welcome to the latest update from Parkinson's Queensland. I hope that you're all keeping well. I wanted to give you a few updates, but before I do that, I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone in Cairns for making us all, the Parkinson's Queensland team and our speakers, so very, very welcome. We were up there a couple of weeks ago delivering the final in our Parkinson's seminar series. We had over 100 people join us on the morning, and it was a fantastic event. So thank you all for coming along, for listening to some great speakers. We were very fortunate to have with us a couple of fantastic local speakers, as well as a couple of speakers from Brisbane. So thank you for making us feel very welcome. And we did promise that we would come back, and we will. We'll start planning for that early in the new year. So thank you to all of you that attended. A couple of highlights of things coming up. So the month of October and November are going to be very busy with events. So please jump on our website to have a look at the details for all of those. But I'll rattle them off. I've got a list here, so I'll make sure that I don't miss any of them. In October, we have our Carers High Tea. That's happening in October, as well as a pole walking trial. For those of you that might be interested in pole walking, we've got a trial happening in Brisbane in October, and a really interesting project which would be done both face-to-face and online, and that's called My Life Story, where we're getting people from the Parkinson's community to actually share their life story and their Parkinson's journey, much like a human library, I guess, if you like. So those events are happening in October. Jump on the website, all the details are there. You do need to register for them, so please do that as quickly as you can, because for some of them we do have limited places. In November, we've got a couple of, we've got several exciting things as well. Our AGM will be held on November the 12th. There will be more information going out in the next couple of weeks, but just pencil that in for those of you that are interested. At the beginning of November, right at the start on the 3rd of November, we'll have the final in our webinar series for the year, with Dr. Nadika Dissanayake from the University of Queensland joining us to talk about all things Parkinson's and dementia, and to touch on a whole range of issues around psychology. And she spoke, some of you may recall that she did a webinar for us last year, which was very informative. She's coming back again to do a follow-up. And then finally, on November the 16th, we have our corporate fundraising dinner, which is going to be at Parliament House again this year. We had a very successful one there last year. We're going back again this year, and that's on November the 16th. So lots and lots of events coming up. The other couple of things to remind you of very, very quickly, of course, are that Steph, our Parkinson's nurse educator, is in the office on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and for members to remember that you need to make a booking to speak to Steph, because obviously her time is limited, and lots of people want to speak to her, so which is great. But if you do want to speak to her, please contact the office, make an appointment to speak to Steph, and then we will organise that for you. The other update that I wanted to share with you is that unfortunately we have made the decision to wind down the telephone peer support program. You may recall that we implemented that during COVID, when support group meetings were suspended, and the Queensland government provided some funding for us to do that. That funding has now ceased, so government's not funding that anymore. And what we found is, as things have started to open up again and support group meetings have started, and we've gotten back to some semblance of normality, the demand for the telephone peer support program has dropped significantly. So with those two factors weighing heavily on our decision, we did make the decision to stop the program. We will continue to monitor feedback and look at other ways that we can provide support, but that's the decision that's been made. So again, thank you to our mentors who volunteered their time to take the phone calls. They did a fantastic job. The feedback that we got from participants was really, really positive. So thank you to all of our mentors for doing that. Now, finally, I guess just to remind you all that with the end of the year coming up, and we've only, it's less than 100 days to Christmas now, Just a reminder that to make sure that you make your medical appointments before Christmas, that you make sure that you've got your medications and everything that you need to get you through that Christmas period while everything shuts down. Our office will be closed as well over Christmas. So please make sure that you've spoken to your medical professional, you've gotten the scripts, you've spoken to your pharmacy, and you've got everything that you need to get you through that Christmas period so that you can enjoy it with family and have a wonderful holidays festive season. That's all from me for this fortnight. I'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks. Have a fantastic rest of the week. Bye for now.